All right, everybody, welcome into another episode of Over the Octagon podcast. Again, we have another reoccurring guest, friend of the show, Morquez Forrest. Man, we appreciate you coming back on. How you been, my man?
I've been great, man. I've been in the lab. I've been, you know, enjoying life, and I'm just happy to be back on here
All
to,
right.
you know, say what I gotta say.
Hey, I hear
Good,
you.
man. Yeah, this
I
man
hear
has
you.
been locking in.
I know. You still down in Florida?
I am. Yep, I
Yeah.
am. Still in
Still
Florida.
training
Yep.
out of the same gym. Nothing's changed.
I don't know if last time we talked if I fully committed to champions, but that's where I'm fully at now.
Fully
Full
committed. Okay.
time, full time training there with Coach Ross, so I'm fully there. I still do my cross training. At like Kaiser with Coach Vince. I go to South Temple still. Got
Okay.
Billy
Sweet.
Q, Iron Will of them guys. So yeah, man. I'm just, I'm putting that work in.
So still putting the work down in Tampa.
Yes, sir.
Love it, man. Love to hear that. So, yeah, since the last time we spoke, I know we haven't spoke since your last fight, which obviously was back in what was that, November or July, right?
July, yeah.
Back in
July.
July. So
hmm
since then, obviously that one was for the title. Obviously, unfortunately didn't go your way, but since then, have you had the chance to kind of rewatch it, learn from it? Have you dialed back in on that fight specifically?
Yeah, so rewatched it a few times. I never
Okay.
dialed out. I
Oh
stayed
yeah.
dialed in.
Stay dialed in.
Yeah, I looked at it a few times. I saw the mistakes that I've made.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things, man. It's MMA. I was winning the whole fight,
Yeah.
obviously against a really, really gamed opponent.
Yeah.
Uh, and to me, it wasn't, you know, obviously on the record it's a loss, but for me, man, that's truly a lesson. And I mean, I've always had motivation, but the motivation that I got after that loss, like I can kind of understand why people didn't want to sign a contract to fight me.
Oh yeah. I call that the Goku moment, man. That's where you
Oh
turned up
yeah,
right there.
oh
Absolutely.
yeah, we're coming back so dangerous,
I
so
know,
dangerous.
man. We're looking forward to that, man.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
mean, like I said, you went into that fight undefeated, so there was a lot just a lot in general that went into that fight. So coming off of that, what do you feel like maybe didn't go your way, and what did you kind of learn from that moving forward into your
Uh,
next fight?
it's business in the cage.
Okay.
I showed them a lot of respect. I respect all my opponents, but I will honestly say that was probably my worst opponent. Just because of the type of person I am, I just showed too much respect in the cage, and Coach Ross printed this in my mind. It's
Yeah.
straight business. It's business in the cage, and it's you can be friends after. A lot of people don't know. Like I at the end of the day, I still started this MMA journey kind of late. So
Yeah.
I'm in my prime, but I'm still young in the game. So I'm still learning every day. Every day
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
learning.
six
You
pro
know.
fights in, you've been fighting what, 4 years now, roughly?
I think three. Yeah,
Three,
yeah,
Four
yeah.
fights a
3 to 4.
Yeah,
year.
Yeah.
3 years, yeah. So, and even in between those 3 years, I mean, there was times where you were in the hospital at one time. You
Yeah.
had injuries at certain points. So it's like
Yeah.
you jammed six fights into three, like 2.5, 3 years quickly.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
very active. That's what how fighters should be, honestly. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. But yeah,
Unfortunately, yeah, the game's changed so much, man, where
sure,
people are now trying to pad records versus taking those fights that people want to see.
yes,
So
you're not wrong.
I took this time out, but it's not on purpose. I've been wanting to fight since like October.
Yeah,
It's just things didn't swing my way. We couldn't get the right contract. People would say, "Oh yeah, let's fight," and then next thing you know, a month later they signed to fight someone else. So that's what the fight game is becoming to now.
Yeah,
sure.
man. People are trying to protect their record. I really like what you
Yeah.
said about, you want to do the entertaining fights, and that's huge, man. That's what we want, you know. That's what we want. So after this fight, did you become a free agent? Was there a chance to go back and sign and fight with them still, or was it just a choice to?
So, I did. That was my last fight under the contract.
Okay,
Okay,
So I did become a free agent.
okay,
I'm able to fight where like whatever promotion.
sure.
I did. I won't say the promotions names, but I had a few promotions where I was supposed to fight, And again, it's just one of those things where someone say, "Oh yeah, I'll fight them," and then a few weeks later, or a month later, it's like, "Oh, I see that they signed a contract to fight someone else." You signed a
Sure.
contract to fight someone that's 0-3 versus fighting. You have a 5-0 record. Like it's just stuff like
Uh,
that. It's kind of like it's kind
Mm,
of I have good patience, so that's why like the first opportunity that I got, which is against Nate, uh, I appreciate that because it's like
sure.
now do I have to go fight all these veterans, like or will the up and coming prospects, step up and try to show what they can really do?
Yeah, because that was going to be my next question. For one, obviously, I think we told you, we're local Atlanta fellas. So NFC is our local, it's our local fight organization.
yeah.
So when
Right.
we saw, we're on the Facebook group and everything like that. I just see a picture pop up when I'm scrolling Facebook, and I was like, wait a fucking second. Like, that's Morquez Morris right there. Like, that's our boy.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what's he
Yeah.
doing on the NFC page? And I was like, wait, he's fighting at NFC. I immediately hit Nick up. I said, bro,
Oh man, yeah.
March. I said, March, we got a fight to go to, brother. We
Yes,
got somewhere to
sir.
be, man. I was like, we need to get the homie on the podcast, man. So
Yes,
like that's
sir.
what that was going to be my next question. Like how going from Cage Fury to now NFC, how did that come about? And with Nate being Nate's a veteran in the game. He's been fighting for 10 years at a pro level. Almost 30 fights professionally. So
Mm.
how did that fight kind of get signed and where did that come about?
So it really came about. Like I said, I was trying to fight and like since like October. I didn't have any bad blood or anything with CFFC. It's just there was supposed to be something that was supposed to happen in January for them,
Mm,
but it never came to fruition. So it was supposed to be down in South Florida, that's what I was told.
sure.
And like I said, I'm patient, but I didn't want to continue to wait. So I was, still looking for promotions, and then one of my guys that I'm cool with, Man Manny, one of the guys that work with me with my boxing, he hits me up about Nate. He tells me, "Hey man," the first thing he says is, "This guy wants to fight you." It's like he's a dog, he's a vet. I don't know anything about Nate. I didn't look him up or anything. I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Like
Let's go.
I'm ready. Like
Cool.
let's fight. And we were supposed to at first it was supposed to be in January. So I was ready. My mindset was, hey, let's do it in January. But I respect Nate for taking the fight. So I was told that, he wanted to like fight in March. So I was like, okay,
Sure.
as long as someone that wants to take the fight, I respect it. Let's do it. March is still early enough for me to start my 2025, and let's start the year strong. So that's how we came together. Nate didn't. He signed the contract ASAP.
Let's
You know.
Cool.
go. That's awesome, man. We're gonna
That's
be
what we
there in
like.
person.
So yeah, we'll be there.
We're
So
gonna be there, man. It's yeah. So
so
we're
I know
looking
last
forward
Hell
time
to it.
yeah.
Murky came to your fight. Evan came to your last, not the fight, your last fight, but the fight in April. He
Right.
was at he was at that fight, so he got to see you down in at Cage Fury 131, I believe. And then so
Yes, sir.
now it'll be me and Nick. We'll make the trip down, the quick little 45-minute drive down down
Oh
there
yeah.
to the place. But yeah, man. So that's awesome. So Nate was quick to sign, which is great. I mean, that's always nice to hear. I know it's with a little delay will come, but from July to March, but that's probably good for you in some ways too,
Mm,
because you get the time to kind of really, bring yourself back and dial in for the next guy and get ready for 2025. Because, like you were saying, you did kind of start a little late, but you're still young, 31. You still got probably, a tons of years left in your prime.
oh
You
yeah.
probably still feel good. So, moving into this fight, how do you feel? Where do you feel like you're at personally, ready mentally? How do you feel?
Oh man, I'm honestly, I'm just ready to get back in the cage. Like I've
Sure.
been out for so long, like I don't feel like rusty or anything because I'm still training in the cage. I'm still training against very, very high level guys. Um, I will say that I've been more dangerous. Like now I have to be told, hey, don't break your toys, because
Uh
at this point, like I'm not trying to kill my teammates. It's just we're pushing so
Sure.
hard because we got to remind ourselves what happened because I wasn't the only person that lost for my team that night, you
Oh
know.
Yep.
no.
So we're showing like, hey, us being this friendly in the cage is what got us to where we was at when we took our lesson. So
Wow.
Sure.
yeah, man, it's just being more mentally prepared at this point and
Sure.
just knowing what I'm capable of and that like I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. I believe I'm above the regional team, but I just gotta keep showing out and
Sure.
proving that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to it. Are you is this going to be a one fight contract for the NFC, or is this going to be a more a happening thing for you?
Well, we'll see, man,
Yeah,
because I've only fought for CFFC
Sure.
since I became a pro, right? So NFC, they look like they have a legit promotion. It looks like something that
yeah,
it's for me. For my personal opinion is if I'm able to be myself, if I'm able to be entertaining, then you got somebody that'll fight. I know that I looked up the guy who's the current title holder, but like I said, we'll see because once I take care of business, I expect to get that call. So,
Yep.
if the opportunity is there, then we're around with it.
yeah, man. They're even fighting a lot at the Brave Stadium, like right in a building that's
Yeah,
connected to
Battery.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's like the party place in the Brave Stadium where everyone goes after hours. And I'm like,
right.
man, it's jumping, bro. That promotion out of nowhere is
They making
growing.
moves, man. They
Big
making
move.
moves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
say there's not a lot of competition around here that can compete with them. They got some cool ass belts. I can give them that.
So, yeah, I
Some
saw
of
that
their
too.
some of their title belts are pretty badass looking. They look pretty sick.
Yeah,
But
they
yeah, I
pretty
mean
they
it's a
legit.
pretty
They
popular
legit.
promotion. So and they definitely. I mean it sells out everywhere they go. They every time
See,
they put on a
yep.
show, it's popping. I mean the local scene around here gets going. And with a guy like Nate, who's a veteran of NFL, of NFC, who's
Hmm.
gonna probably have the home crowd there, and people are
Yeah,
gonna be there. So
yeah,
it's a good chance for you to kind of go in and say, "Hey, I'm
yeah.
here."
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, It wouldn't be the first time.
Sure.
I I'm used to this.
yeah.
The real question is though, are you traveling with the squad this time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a few people coming out. I have a few people coming out. Like I said,
Okay.
as long as NFC let me be myself, man, then we gonna be good.
Yeah, I feel that, man. And what I want to do is I want to personally give you some over the octagon gear when we get there.
Okay.
But man, I'm not gonna lie. I was on your Instagram 2 days ago. You got a badass shirt out right now, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yes,
down by
sir.
low. Bring one of those for your boy, dog. I got you.
Oh,
We're
bro,
gonna
I
get you.
got
We'll
you.
get you an
I
over the
got you.
octagon shirt.
I
That
got
thing.
you.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
trade jerseys
Make
real
sure to
quick.
DM me your sizes. I got you guys.
We got you too, man. No
That's
worries.
what's up.
No
Love
worries, man.
that. Love that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's really all I got. Just getting you on here, really wanting to hear like where you're at coming into this next fight. For one, we're going to be able to be there, so it's going to be exciting for us because we obviously that's what we do. We love coming out, showing the support for people who have been on our show, doing our thing. It just happens that you're going to be the first person that we finally get to see live in Atlanta because they don't ever really have much, outside of the NFC, which we, not to say we're not really necessarily involved in very high because they have their own media stuff and they have their own podcast and people and things like that. So we've interviewed a few fighters out of NFC, but most of the time, we've done more regional, Cage Fury, Cage Titan, other organizations outside of Georgia, honestly. So we really haven't even dialed in on our own state yet. So you're kind of coming into our home territory. We're finally
Yeah.
going to get to go out and show the support
Yes,
local to us.
sir.
So we're really looking forward to that. And even Evan might even fly in. He told me, he said he might fly in just to be here with us too. So may even see him there again.
Yeah, man.
Okay, heck yeah, man.
Yeah, you guys are fighting at it's Monday Night Garage, which is
Yeah.
literally 5 minutes from my house, man. And
Yep.
it's a cool place, man. That they brew some badass beer there. The whole venue's cool, man. So
And
It's
looking
a hell
I
of
forward
an
to
just
it.
after
I
party.
I just want to come for the food. That's
Uh, it-
I've been hearing about the food, so I want to come there and try some
It's all
stuff
right.
out.
yeah, it's
It's all
good,
right.
man.
It's all
It's
right.
good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
It's
mean, there's
fine.
definitely Atlanta's known for some food, some good stuff. Yeah. Is this your first trip up to Atlanta though? Do you often
Nah, I
come
mean
here at all?
it's been a long time. I was a lot younger, so it's been a while for me like to
Oh
say
yeah.
that I actually explored, you know.
You gonna
So
come up here in
I
advance, or you're gonna come up here the week of?
yeah, so I'm gonna come. No, I'm gonna come the week of.
Week of.
Yeah, I might get there probably Thursday or early Friday morning.
Okay.
And that's another thing, you know. Certain promotions do certain things in terms of like travel and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So that's another big thing for me. So if I was to fight after this, there's just like some things like for example, I rather fly, right?
Hell
Sure.
yeah, damn
Yeah,
right,
Then
because
bro.
you
Tampa's
know what I
a
mean? So just
eight
stuff
nine
like
hour
that.
drive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fair enough. Anything you got out? Anything you got, Nasty?
Nah, man, that's about it, man. Definitely try the chicken and waffles over here in Atlanta. It's smacking.
Oh
Yeah, there's
yeah.
some good
Yeah,
restaurants.
yeah,
We can put you on, man. You get
All
down
right, let
here a
me
little
know.
early enough. We can put you on, man. And even
yeah.
after, if you're
You
here,
say early enough, I'm gonna be cutting weight. I can't do that. I gotta do
Yeah, he
yeah, that
can't.
is true. That's true. That's true. All right,
He'll be.
fair enough. Fair enough. Because I ain't finna come down there and be like, watch you drink water, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man. Other than that, man, we appreciate you coming on for real. Looks like you got the little ones ready to see you, man. So
Yeah, man, he is. He's freaking
What's up?
what's up,
handsome.
buddy?
Welcome to Over the Octagon.
But yeah, because I got mine right upstairs right now, probably waiting on me too. So
Oh yeah, it's that time.
it's that
Yeah,
time, man. It's
yeah.
that time. But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on. Really looking forward to March 1st. We're probably likely gonna have your opponent on the show as well. So you're
Mhm.
gonna get to watch the both episodes of him as well. Just to kind of get his side of everything too. And then,
Right.
we'll be there to support you on March 1st, man. So and then
Yes, sir.
when we buy the tickets, you already know we'll select that name, my friend.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thank you guys for
Yes,
having
sir,
me
brother.
again.
Hey,
Thank you, man. Good
all the
seeing you.
pleasure, my friend. We'll catch you on the next one.
All righty.
See
All
ya.
right.
All right. Later.